皆さん、こんにちは。Yuki here. In this video, I'm going to talk about 前に. It is used when you want to say something like before something or before you do something. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's start learning about how to use 前に. Alright, I have an example sentence here. 私は駅の前にいます。And that means I am in front of the station. Maybe you already know how to use 前に in this way. So that pretty much means in front of. So physically in front of something. However, you can use 前に in a different context as well. For example, 夜ご飯の前に帰る。夜ご飯の前に帰る。So 夜ご飯の前に you know that part means before dinner. Right, so 夜ご飯の前に帰る。I'll come home before dinner. So this 前に means previous in time. Right, so there's a difference there. Physically in front of or previously in time. And grammatically, there are two ways to use 前に. First one is noun plus 前に. So for example, テストの前にたくさん勉強する。I'll study a lot before test. So the first part, テストの前に, that means before test. Next way to use this 前に is verb dictionary form plus 前に. For example, 友達が来る前に部屋を掃除する。I will clean the room before my friends get here. So 友達が来る You know, that means my friends get here. その前に So, before my friends get here. 友達が来る前に Before my friends get here. Alright, let's look at more example sentences. 部屋に入る前にノックしてください。部屋に入る前にノックしてください。Please knock before you enter the room. So, 部屋に入る前に That part means before you enter the room. ノックする That means knock. してください。So, please knock. Let's look at next example sentence. 日本に行く前に日本語を勉強しよう。日本に行く前に日本語を勉強しよう。Let's study Japanese before you go to Japan. So, 日本に行く前に That means before you go to Japan. Alright, let's look at the second way of using it. Verb dictionary form plus 前に closely. So, the first part, 友達が来る前に This is talking about condition or time, right? Specifying the time or the condition. Next part, 部屋を掃除する That means clean the room. That's the main part. So the main part is I'll clean the room. 友達が来る前に That is just specifying the time or condition. And the first part, condition or time, you usually use が in many contexts, right? So you usually see or hear が before 前に when you see verb dictionary form plus 前に. Right? So let's look at example sentences regarding this. 私が昼食に行く前に話しましょう。私が昼食に行く前に話しましょう。Let's talk before I go to lunch. Right, so 私が昼食に行く前に That means before I go to lunch. が here in this sentence が is used instead of what. Okay? So, can we ever use wa then when we are saying verb dictionary form plus ni? So, for example, can I say something like this? 私は仕事をする前にメールをチェックします。私は仕事をする前にメールをチェックします。And yes, you can say this. And it makes sense. So, 私は仕事をする前に that means before I start work, or before I start working, or before I start my work. メールをチェックします。I check my emails. But there is a nuance if you use wa here. And this is related to the how to use wa and ga. And we have a good video talking about that. So if you are curious to know more about it, then please check that video. I will leave the link in the description. Alright, so the nuance is that if you say 私は仕事をする前に, that means I don't know about you or other people, but before I start work, I check emails. So here if you use wa, it's comparing or contrasting myself and other people or you. So you could follow up with another sentence like this. 佐藤さんはいつメールをチェックしますか? So, 私は仕事をする前にメールをチェックします。I don't know about you, but before I start work, I check my emails. When do you check emails, 佐藤さん? Right, so it's comparing I and 佐藤さん in this context. Right, so I hope you kind of understood the difference between wa and ga here. Okay, so what about past tense? So for example, if I wanted to say something like, before I came to Japan, I didn't know anything. So specifying the time here, but even that time, before I came to Japan, that's the past. How do I say this? Can we say something like this? 私が日本に来た前は何も知らなかった。私が日本に来た前は何も知らなかった。Can we say this? Actually, no, you cannot. Because it's always verb dictionary form plus ni. You can't conjugate that part. How do we know the tense then? Well, the tense is after 前は. So here, 何も知らなかった。知らなかった。That's the past. So before that past is also the past. So you can tell that, it's even older things. Or even before that past. You can infer the past tense. So here 私が日本に来る前は何も知らなかった。That's the correct way to say it. And 来る前は that part, the tense does not change. You cannot change the tense in this section where you specify the time, like 前は. Alright, so let's look at more example sentences. 朝食を食べる前に薬を飲みましたか? 朝食を食べる前に薬を飲みましたか? Did you take the medicine before you eat breakfast? 朝食 breakfast 食べる eat 前に before. So before you eat breakfast 薬を飲みましたか? Did you take the medicine? Again, so 食べる前に instead of 食べた前に. Because obviously this patient is not eating breakfast at the doctor's office. So that's the past. So you can kind of infer that because 薬を飲みましたか that part is the past. Next example sentence. ここに来る前に手を洗いましたか? ここに来る前に手を洗いましたか? Did you wash your hands before you came here? So 手を洗いました。The part is the past, so also before that it's also the past. And you can just say ここに来る前に that part is the dictionary form. So that part doesn't change. Alright, today's quiz. Translate these sentences into Japanese using 前に。Number 1. I will finish my homework before I go to bed. Number 2. I'll buy train tickets before traveling. Number 3. I'm busy before work. Number 4. I ate the snack before my younger sister came home. That's all for today. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching until the end, and I hope to see you in the next one. またね。